Good morning, this is Alamon, and welcome back for episode 40 of Courageous Korea. We're still at war with the Ming. The Oirat, though, have been in this war basically forever, and we need to siege down these two provinces because we're absolutely taking Beijing in this war. I have considered possibly just trying to grab the coastline here and leaving Beijing for another war. I'm still kind of pondering that. I don't really want to do it that way, but maybe for fun. Let's just see what that might look like. So if we took, that would be way over our overextension. So they would actually accept that. That'd be 4 provinces. Peace offer value 23, so that's actually not so much. Not too long of a truce. That is tons of aggressive expansion, but most people don't care. Just the Oirat would care a tiny bit, but not too much. I do want to take Beijing. But I am tired of this war. Alright, we'll do it. We'll pull the trigger on this. That is not what we meant to do. Alright, we'll bring our armies into here. We will core everything. Sure, we'll do that. So what does the unrest look like? 8.2, that's a lot, actually. Alright, so I suppose we will increase autonomy. And that knocks out all unrest. So, at this point, we can... Actually, I don't know that there's much more that we can claim. I mean, of course, we could start doing these inland provinces. But that won't really help us much. Explorer is dead. That's unfortunate, but we just finished a war, so... Oh, we actually have great army tradition right now. So this is a really good time. Also, look at that. Power projection of 100. Dang. Alright, how is our truce with Japan? That expires in another 5 years. But it will be Japan next that we go for. Alright. Send that fleet over there. I guess there's no way that I can bridge the entire gap, huh? That's okay. We'll just send the transports. Actually, I think we'll properly, like, pick these folks up and drop them off. Yeah, and that Oirat war is still going. Oops, there we go. And we haven't quite finished reinforcing everything, but that'll be done pretty soon. Actually, I don't want to go all the way to Setsu. Let's just say Satsuma. So, who has unrest? Actually, a little bit there in Japan, which surprises me. So is this all... So a bit from war exhaustion, and... Oh, the overextension, of course. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, as long as... 13.4 years, yeah, we'll be finished coring. And war exhaustion's ticking down. Yeah, we'll be fine. No problems at all. Oh, yeah, I think I was going to... Wait a second. Oh, the Explorer, that's who died. That's right. I still might want to roll a new Conquistador, as good as this one is, just because we have tons of army tradition right now. Oh, boy. I know it's not a huge risk, because we have some good buffs, but... Alright, let's just do it. Not great. Not great, but the 2 siege is nice. Nah, I'll risk one more roll. And kind of even worse. Alright, well, we don't want you... Nope, I did not mean to do that. Alright, I'm not going to waste any more military points. And I guess we'll mothball that fleet for a little bit. Yeah, by this point we are swimming in money, which is great. All of the religions here are heretic religions, which for some reason do not count against religious unity. I guess because we have positive tolerance. Nice bit of naval tradition there. And our cores are already a quarter of the way done. Oh right, our very old king has died. Oh man, look at that! How are they identical? We had that with our last pair of monarchs, the empress followed by that very short-lived emperor. Alright, well hopefully we're going to stop this... okay, age of 6, age of 58. We might have a regency council here. That certainly would not be the end of the world, but... yeah. We're actually almost done with this idea group, and then I think we might go for another military idea. Although that would require level 14, and we are far from level 14. So let me talk a little bit about what I want to do with the Ming. And by the way, this war is still going on. That's amazing. At least it's keeping the Ming from rebuilding. But yeah, I want to release the Shun, and I'm just going to make them into a march. I don't know that I'm ever going to bother integrating them. I think I will also release the Zhou, but not make them into a march. And then all of this coastal stuff, I'm just going to keep for myself. And the inner part of Ming, I'm not sure yet. I might just keep releasing vassals. We will have... well, right now we are only at 0 out of 5 diplomatic relations, so we can have quite a few vassals before things get dicey. Oh, you know what? Are we near our maximum? Actually, not as close as I thought we were. But, yeah, what we could do is get 8 more cannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4 cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll have another 20 stack. Now it is annoying if you have 3 20 stacks together, because then when you split them you get 2 30 stacks that are not balanced correctly. But yeah, I just like having this very symmetrical kind of army that I can just keep hitting split, 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 split until I get down to 5 stacks for carpet sieging that have 2 infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 cannon. Let's actually... no, yeah, these guys can just stay in the peninsula, that's fine. I think I might want to move them to Toledo, just so that I can easily ship them across the Yellow Sea later. So I'm actually curious, what is the trade good in Jeju-do? Oh, great, Chinaware. That is lovely. We have not actually built any buildings at all, I don't think, in this playthrough. Do we want an embassy? That's a heck of a lot of money, and we frankly haven't needed our diplomats very much. I think we'll be okay. For all of Japan, that says 105. I'm pretty positive that last war we made sure that we got them under 100. Oh, we have a spare colonist that we haven't been using. That's a pretty bad oversight on my part. That place is about to finish. That's right, we were thinking about, you know, going in and taking all this stuff and getting a new colonial nation. I think that we might still want to do that. Oh, darn. So Spain is definitely stepping up their colonial game here. Lots of base tax of 1 or base tax of 2. Yeah, let's take this place. And actually we can, no, we don't want to recall that colonist. Because it's a small chance, but there is a chance that there would be an uprising and then we would lose a bunch of progress. Alright, so we're going for there. And we'd also like to go for there. You know, I could keep one of these armies over in the New World. I don't think I'd get too much use for it. Yeah, what might make more sense would be to make a 10 stack that I can send over. Okay, let's double check. When does this expire? Beginning of 1606. That's still a little ways off, but we are at speed 5. Yeah, I don't think that we want to wait. Getting pretty close to the top of that tech tree. Yeah, we are so far ahead of the Ming. And my god, that Oirod War is still going on. I don't understand what's actually happening. That war can still be... I mean, surely they would have call for peace by this point. We could support rebels in Ming, just as something to do in our spare time here. So you're only in a couple of provinces here. Boy, would that be expensive. Yeah, one of the tricks I've heard from Ming is try to drive up their local autonomy more by inciting rebels. So that it, I guess that decreases the cost to take provinces in peace deals if they have high local autonomy. And it has been claimed that if you somehow get all of the provinces up to 100%, or perhaps just very, very close to 100%, I don't know how you would do that, but it has been claimed that you would then be able to vassalize them in one war. Yeah, let's just send over that little 10 stack. Oh, my mission was to take Beijing. Yeah. Well, we should just drop that mission, actually. Yeah, let's actually seek a diplomatic solution, because we will be vassalizing them pretty soon. And actually, most of these modifiers will go away. The rival, hostile relations, embargo, once your provinces, all that should go away once they are vassalized. Alright, so we get that. Unjustified demands minus 50%. National tax modifier plus 10%, because we just fleshed out our, what you call it. By the way, what is our point income? Okay. 11, 7, 11. That's actually a really nice balance. Alright, everything nice and cord. Doopy doopy doop. Oh wow, look at that. Massive aggressiveness. Yeah, I've far outstripped my own colonial nations. I guess I could be improving relations with my colonial nations. Yeah, why not? Alright, about one more year until we declare war. I think we probably do want that embassy, actually. Once it gets to the point that we are annexing vassals, that'll take forever. Let's just build it in our capital, why not? Then for the march, it's true that I don't really plan to go after the Oirot anytime soon. Oh, you know, let's just quickly check on Muscovy. How have they been doing? Yeah, still looks like they're growing. No more rebels over here. They're getting walloped by France, it looks like. Let's just take a peek in the ledger here. Muscovy. No manpower, barely any army. Wow, would that be a lot of money? I don't think I can actually do that. It's just so much money. Although, I don't know. I want to cripple them. If I can. So I think that this is saying that that's like the base unrest, maybe? This column has no label. And if there were that many places, it wouldn't take that long. I'd just be wiping through all my money, though. No, we're not going to do that. Something to keep in mind for the future, though. If we do manage to build up a really huge bank. So plus 190, 195, yeah. So we're just kind of at a, whatever you call it. I don't know. Tell you what, let's actually split those armies. Actually no. The better general stays here. Alright, now we can get a new mission. Colonize Manila, we could do that. Claim Shujo, that's easier. Fabricate, claim, Shujo. Of course, now we are out of diplomats, but we are building that embassy, and that takes less than a year as well. Yeah, Kalaska is not very taxed. Yeah. Lana. Jeez. Ming definitely can't catch a break. Okay, it looks like this war has ended. And yeah, the Oirot only took 2 provinces, it looks like. Truce will expire 23rd of January. Although we've had this experience now where it seems like it doesn't actually expire on that date. It might be a display bug, but we've been waiting until the end of the month for it to actually say there'd be no stability hit. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, we should give those guys 2 ticks. Very good. Now we'll take the colonize Manila. And that place just has no natives at all. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Recall him. Send to Manila. Oh, Ming peasants have revolted, I see. I could support them. Maybe just at a low level. I don't know if that's enough to really count for anything. But let's just do it so that hopefully they'll be friendly with us. There we go. And we could do that. Support Rebel Casus Belli. What would that actually, Oh, that was silly. Well, when will that, When did it finish? Yeah, the embassy finished. We should have another diplomat. Maybe it just waits until the tick of the month to give it to you. Yes, I guess that's what happened. Okay, no problem. Okay. I don't... Yeah, okay, the Ming are not in a coalition. Alright, well, it's good timing then. Declare war. It doesn't matter what our casus belli is. Take those guys out. We'll just let the battles happen. Oh, there is technically a tiny little fleet there, huh? Let's just turn off Go Home at War, and eventually they'll run into them. Okay, there's our colonial enthusiasm. Unfortunately, we did just get a tick of full maintenance for that colony, just due to the bad timing. Yeah, speaking of, how is our inflation? Because we have tons of admin power right now. Oh yeah, okay, we don't want to do that, actually. Ah, yep. There we go. Yeah, and those guys are repaired enough. Now, in this war, we vassalize. And that will be done very shortly. But let's just pile in anyway. There we go. There's no reason for us to defeat those boats if they're going to be our vassal anyway. So who gets aggressive expansion? Ming gets a little bit. Alright. No problem. Not sure how I want to send this fleet right now. Let's just say Chechudo. Oh, and then there's that navy that I completely forgot about. Let's recall that guy. Then over here we will start improving relations. Alright, actually, I think with that war we're going to call that an episode. And then next episode we'll pounce on the Ming again. So good night, sleep tight, and don't let the grayskin bite. Bye-bye.